I just wasn't paying attention. Well, good evening, everyone. This is the City Council regular meeting for June the 16th, and I'll call the meeting to order. The clerk will call the roll.
Mayor Brian Mock.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Paul Stovall.
Here.
Councilmember Jimmy First.
Here.
Councilmember John Mesa. Here. Councilmember Leslie Robson. Here. Councilmember Elmer Vythe.
Present.
Thank you. All right, we'll do our Pledge of Allegiance. Who have I not picked on? Can I ask our blue and gold editor to come up and do the pledge for us? Our newspaper? He's like, I'm scared. Come on up here to the thing and just do it like you would do it, man. Thank you, sir. We'll need to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda as submitted. Any discussion? All in favor? And that is unanimous. All right, we have our Lifeline Animal Showcase this evening, and it was raining, so I didn't get to meet him or her. All right, her. I saw the pink. Well, that don't mean anything, does it? I mean, I got my pink on too.
Yeah.
So.
She's a she.
He's a she. All right.
Thank you guys for having us. This
Yeah.
is Machiko. Machiko is just the sweetest pup probably at our shelter right now. She's a lover. She loves scratches. She's dog friendly. She came to us, and it's obvious that she's had some litters, but we don't have any of her puppies, so she's by herself. She does have mastitis, which is not any, it's not contagious or anything like that. It's just an inflammation of the breast tissue from nursing. So we're treating her for that. But even despite being uncomfortable, she's just an absolute gem. This isn't something I normally would talk about to market a dog. Machiko did get into a little scuffle with another dog in playgroup the other day. We do playgroup twice a week, and there's between 8 to 10 dogs in playgroup. And a newer dog, who we were still kind of feeling out, started trying to start a fight with a puppy. And Machiko planted herself in front of the puppy and protected the puppy until humans were able to step in. She got injured, but didn't injure anybody in the process, which is just like
Her
a huge
motherly
testament to
instincts
her.
kicked in.
I know, right?
Right.
She's just absolutely precious. When we came here right now, we had 504 dogs physically in our building. So again, our goal is 475. So if you've ever been interested in fostering, even short term, it helps our numbers. And then we also are drowning in kittens right now. Lots of little itty bitty kittens. So some of them are bottle babies. I had a bottle baby last Thursday and was up every 3 hours with it, nursing it and doing all the things. You don't have to do that. There are older kittens as well, but we are in desperate need of fosters. And then this is also foster month, so if you adopt a dog from foster, it's going to be completely free, and it's a really great way to help out because a lot of our fosters are willing to take on another animal, but they just have to get their foster adopted. And so when you adopt from foster, you get more notes. And it just can be a easier transition adopting from foster. So this is a really great month. We have a lot of animals. We're, struggling with our numbers, but, it's part of the summer. We see this every summer. So we're going to keep pushing through and getting dogs like Machiko into really good homes. So thank you, guys.
Well, thank you for bringing Machiko out into the rain. I'm sure she enjoyed getting out even though it's raining.
Yes. She's having a great time. If you have snacks, that's
I
really
see.
all she
I see. She likes her snacks. Beautiful baby.
She knows sit, and that's the extent of her tricks.
Lovely. Well, thank you for bringing her out. If you're looking to adopt apparently lots of kittens or a puppy or an older dog, they got a variety of everything over at DeKalb County Animal Services, which is just up the street from us here in Chamblee. So go over and take somebody home with you. Thank you so much. Love it. We'll move into our public hearing this evening. We have one public hearing for non-zoning matters. I'll read the rules of order for public hearings. The mayor is the presiding officer. All remarks shall be addressed to the city council as a body, not to individual members. Anyone wishing to speak shall come to the microphone, give your name and address to the city clerk, limit remarks to 3 minutes unless further time is granted by council. Not speak a second time until everyone wishing to speak has spoken once. No one can speak more than twice. Please do not speak unless you have the microphone and have been recognized. And with that, I will open it up for the final hearing of the 2026 millage rate.
Mayor, it felt weird to do this from the dais, so I had to come up to the podium for the third and final. So, as you mentioned, this is the last of our 3 millage rate public hearings. Under Georgia law, we have to adopt our millage rate by July 1st, and if you are not adopting the rollback rate, you do have to have 3 public hearings. Just as an overview, we are proposing a rate of 7.25 mils, which is the first millage rate adjustment in over 7 years. Previous to that, the city had lowered the millage rate from 6.4 mils to 6.25 mils, and then increased the homestead exemption from $30,000 to $50,000. And we also have that 100% homestead exemption for seniors. State law requires that we advertise our millage rate by the percentage increase over the rollback rate. And so that percentage is 23.47%, but that is over the rollback rate, not the rate that you've held over the last several years. The rollback rate would have been 5.872 mils, and the rollback rate is the theoretical rate in which you would generate the same amount of taxes as the previous year, based off of a change in assessments. As we know, and as we've seen, from our collection standpoint, we don't actually get that amount of money based off of that rate. So there's about a 15% lag in collections for various reasons from the county. So that 5.872, we don't really know if it would actually generate even close to what we would previously collect. Again, we are increasing our millage rate to 7.25, which is a proposed change in 1 mil over the current millage rate. We are doing this because we adopted a flat budget in 2025, or at the end of 2025 for the 2026 fiscal year. We maintain that budget at $35.9 million, but we are seeing increased costs to everything just like everybody else. And we have, like I mentioned, continued to see some challenges with collections due to appeals and general tax payment side of things, and we have legislation coming down the line in the future, and so we are proposing this change in rate so that we can maintain our level of operations. How the formula works, so the average fair market value for a residential property in Chamblee is $525,000. The way that we have to advertise, it would be approximately a $275.60 increase for a home with a fair market value of $525. That would be the annual increase in taxes based off of that new rate. If you account for the homestead exemption, which is $50,000 of a base homestead exemption, the true impact is $213.94, which is roughly $18 per month for the average taxpayer. This does not include DeKalb County school taxes, which make up the vast majority of somebody's tax bill. And that's it.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there anyone here in the audience wishing to speak to council this evening in regards to the millage rate? Anybody? All right, seeing none, we'll move on. Have 3 sets of minutes this evening. Leslie, do your job.
Motion to approve all 3 sets of minutes as submitted.
A motion and a second to approve all 3 sets of minutes as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor? And that is unanimous. All right, we have this evening 2 first reads. Do I have consent for headings only?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to read headings only.
Thank you. Is that consent?
Yes, I don't know, I've never done it the way you're doing it.
Yeah, consent.
Thank you.
This is what you do, consent.
Thank you, sir. All right, Madam City Attorney, first up, we have 3392 Chamblee Dunwoody Road.
And this is an ordinance to rezone certain property located at 3392 Chamblee Dunwoody Road, parcel ID number 18298040027, from Village Commercial VC District to Industrial Transitional IT District, to amend the official zoning map of the city of Chamblee and for other purposes.
Okay.
And then the second ordinance for first read tonight is an ordinance to rezone certain properties located at 3515 London Road, parcel ID number 18307010078, and 3468 Keswick Drive, parcel ID number 18300012120, from Neighborhood Residential 1 and R1 District to Village Residential VR District, and 3535 Ashton Woods Drive, Tract 1, parcel ID number 18307010076, from Village Residential VR District to Neighborhood Residential 1 and R1 District, to amend the official zoning map of the city of Chamblee and for other purposes.
Thank you, Madam City Attorney. Do I have consent to move both of those to second read?
Yes.
Gotcha. Very good. All right, under staff action items this evening, we have the 2026 millage rate resolution.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the 2026 millage rate at 7.25 mils.
Second.
Motion and a second to adopt the 2026 millage rate resolution at 7.25 mils as presented. Any further discussion?
I just have one comment on this, that I received a lot of questions around why do we have public hearings? Because there's this idea out there that this is locked in stone before we vote on it, and it's not at all set in stone. I said locked in stone, but set in stone before this. We want to hear from people. We want to have them come out and tell us we want the millage rate to be raised, kept the same, lowered. We want to understand other options on this. Do you think that we should cut our services? That's your opportunity to come out here and discuss this. And I just thought it was a very interesting question when people ask me, is this set in stone? And the answer is absolutely not.
Thank you, sir. Any further discussion?
Yeah, Jimmy's right. Like, if I'd have heard a ton of feedback one way or the other on this, that definitely would have changed things. If we'd have heard that, heck no, we definitely don't want to do anything, we want to roll back, then we would have taken an even harder look at the budget and what services would need to be cut to maintain.
And during the first hearing, I mentioned that I had the opportunity to knock hundreds of doors in Chamblee while running for re-election, and I heard from our constituents repeatedly that they love our services, they love our police, and want to maintain what we have.
All right. Anything else? All right, all in favor? And that is unanimous. All right. The 2026 Chamblee Downtown Special Service District millage rate.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the 2026 Chamblee Downtown Special Services District millage rate as presented.
Second.
A motion and a second to adopt the 2026 Chamblee Downtown Special Services District millage rate as presented. Any further discussion? All in favor? And that is unanimous. The 2026 Dresden Plaster Special Services District millage rate.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the 2026 Dresden Placer Special Service District millage rate as presented.
Second.
A motion and a second to adopt the 2026 Dresden Plaster SSD millage rate as presented. Any further discussion? All in favor? That is unanimous. The 2026 Geo Bond millage rate.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the 2026 General Obligation Bond millage rate as presented.
Second.
A motion and a second to adopt the 2026 General Obligation Bond millage rate as presented. Any further discussion on that item? All in favor? That is unanimous. All right, we have the compost program.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to authorize you to sign an agreement with Compost Now as presented.
Second.
A motion and a second to authorize the mayor to sign the agreement with Compost Now as presented. Any further discussion? All in favor? That is unanimous. We have the temporary sign ordinance enforcement moratorium.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the temporary sign ordinance enforcement moratorium resolution as presented by staff.
All right, Do I have a second on that? All right, we don't have a second. Do we have another motion on this item? No motion? And unfortunately, that one will die a lonely death. All right, we have the 1901 Century Boulevard.
Mayor, I'd like to defer this project to the July regular council meeting.
Second.
Motion and a second to defer this item to the July council meeting. Any discussion?
Just curious what the need is to defer this item. I mean, I'm personally ready to move it forward
Yeah.
tonight.
It was a request by the applicant, and so they wrote it up. They submitted it prior to the meeting about an hour ago. So
Okay, that's a change from when I talked with them earlier today. Okay.
look, it's in your email, and I sent you a text.
Understood, I saw it, I'm curious, I was a little confused. I spoke with them earlier today about a number of things, and that was never an item that came up.
Yeah.
Wait, is there some kind of confirmation that the person who brought this wants to defer, or is this something that,
That's right. Just give me a sec. If you want to come over here and read it, I got it right here.
well, no, I mean, I want to hear from the people that put it in, because
They're right there.
now, does this break any rules to ask them a question on this?
No, you can ask.
All right, do you represent the applicant in this?
I do. My name's Alex Brock with Smith Gambrell Russell, here on behalf of Alliance Residential, the applicant. And we are requesting a 30-day deferral to be able to iron out some of the issues with the Greenway agreement between Highwoods and the Peachtree Creek Greenway.
Cool, thank you. That was all I had.
So we have a motion and a second to defer. Is there any other discussion on this? All in favor? And that is 4 and opposed, 1 opposed. All right, we have 5037 Peachtree Road.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to deny all variances and waivers for this.
Second.
All right, this is a motion to deny. Any further discussion on this item? All in favor? And that is unanimous. All right, nothing under mayor and council items. We have public comments this evening. The mayor is the presiding officer. All remarks shall be addressed to the city council as a body, not to individual members. Anyone wishing to speak shall come to the microphone, give your name and address to the city clerk. Limit remarks to 3 minutes unless further time is granted by council. Not speak a second time until everyone wishing to speak has spoken once, and no one can speak more than twice. Please do not speak unless you have the microphone and have been recognized. And with that, I will open it up for public comment. Anyone wishing to address council this evening? Kevin Bacon.
Then I look around, and everything is run by women in Atlanta. I don't see any patriarchy in Atlanta. So, there's a lot of, you go to the train, you go downtown, everywhere, a lot of people homeless. There are some women, but the majority of people that are homeless are men. DEI, we had DEI, and I think we still have a lot of DEI going on. And DEI mostly helps women. The men that are disenfranchised throughout our city, there's no help. Either you figure something out, or you're gonna have a rough life if you're a man. I'm not saying that women don't have it rough either, but men have it the hardest in the city of Atlanta and the surrounding suburbs. I don't know, like, I know there's no solution. Nobody wants to come up with a solution or whatever. Men are still living like it's still the 1950s. Women, they get DEI. Men, you got to figure it out. Me personally, never once. I had to get my life together. I was homeless. I was suffering from drug addictions and all this stuff. Never once has anybody ever helped me, except for my mother. Nobody, aside from her, nobody ever has helped me. And I would have wanted any other way. Because when you live life on life's terms, it makes a man out of you. And, and people, when you do good, people treat you like garbage. When you wake up, it's easier to say good things. You're a good person if you say good things. But if you do good things, you're condemned. You see what is going on with you? You have this guy stab somebody in the chest, and he's a hero for some reason. Evil is celebrated everywhere. I don't understand it, and I don't care if y'all come up with a solution. I'm going to be here. I am a permanent problem. I'm going to be a permanent problem until there are solutions to the problems that are affecting the people that are the lowest fringes of society in our city and all these outskirts. I'm going to be here. Unless you figure out a way to get rid of me, I'm not going nowhere. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address council this evening? All right. Do we have executive session?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to enter into executive session to discuss legal and personnel matters.
Second.
Motion and a second to enter into executive session. All in favor? That's unanimous. We'll be back in a little while.
Is that a prayer or a thank you?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to exit executive session.
Second.
Motion and a second to exit executive session. All in favor? That is unanimous.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. Any discussion? All in favor? All righty.
Those are coming next week, I think. Well, it is election night, if we want to watch the results. I don't know what the factor, we just